Yeah.
We start with the injury situation you're going to be.
Yeah. Joel on a good way, running outside, not available for the weekend, of course. Same for Kleiny. Daniel, we have to wait. How he improved since yesterday. A few little things with Joe. Though knocks from the game, and Joe had a little bit before. That's why we left him out. But he should be okay. Millie, Robo, a few only knocks from the game, should be okay, I think. Nothing else. Adam is back in full and normal training. I think if nothing has changed since yesterday, then he will be ready for the squad at least. I don't want to forget somebody. Did I forget somebody?
Moreno?
Oh, yeah, no chance for Sunday. Saw him yesterday on the bike. Good, not good enough. So, yeah. And Simon is okay again. Yeah.
The issue of you rotating your squad and making changes again seems to have attracted a lot of attention, quite a lot of criticism as well. How do you feel about that?
I didn't realize it because I didn't read it. So, which kind of criticism?
Fairly negative criticism in the sense that obviously after 2 straight draws and quite a lot of changes, I guess the difficulty is for you as manager trying to balance the idea of making sure you don't have too many injuries like you did last season, giving players a rest, with also picking the right team to be able to beat particular sides.
I would not say it's a difficulty. It's a job. It's just a job to do. We have to make sure that we have as fit as possible players for the specific game. But that's all. That's what we did all the time. Nothing else. So we thought, and we still think that the squad gives us that opportunity, and that's why we did it. That's pretty much all. Nothing else. And and I can really understand that's normal after 2 draws at home that there's criticism out there. That's completely normal. But I think there were two completely different games. Especially the Everton game was a really good game of us. We played really well. One of the best derbies I saw since I'm in, with the wrong result at the end. So we were unlucky, and to be honest, against West Brom, I thought we didn't deserve luck really. It was not a good performance. It was not as good as we could have played 100%. Not fluent enough. Timing was not good. Passing not at its best, and that's it. So yeah, it was not a good game. We didn't have a lot of not good games in the last few weeks, so I cannot make this one bigger than all the others. But I don't think it had anything to do with rotation or something like that. And in this moment, all the players, even the player I rotate, they have 2 games a week, and we make sure that they don't have to play all the time 3 games a week. That's all, because I think I'm sure. And by the way, nobody's doing it. Our specific case was that we had a very important game against Moscow. We couldn't think about anything. But if you look at the lineups of all the other teams, I think they played Champions League. They were already through in their groups. They made a lot of changes there. We couldn't do that, so we had to think it's not about respecting the one team more or less. We respect them all at 100%. So it's not about them, it's all about us, and that was the reason.
Sorry, just one more. One long one. The transfer window opens. Are you thinking about that much at all in terms of either trying to bring players in, or are you concerned about bids coming in for your players?
Yeah, we think all the time about this because it's not only the January window, it's a summer window is coming as well. So you have to prepare things like this and scouting and stuff like this. That's but it's nothing to say about.
Peter, what do you remember about that game at Bournemouth last season? 4-3, and a great game for the neutral, but I suspect not for you. What are your memories?
Split it different. So it was a very, very good game until a specific moment in that game. We had I think we had a lot of games around, and it was like we closed the game too early in our mind, 100%, and Bournemouth struck back. It was a fantastic finish of Bournemouth, to be honest. We did not too well, but in this decisive part of the game then, 100%. We had still chances to score more around when we were 3-0 up, but it didn't happen. Yeah, it was not. So, but I don't think too often in this game, like I don't think too often at the Norwich game, which was pretty much the other way around. So, that's part of history. Positive history for Bournemouth, I guess, and not too positive for us.
You're 18 behind City, you're 7 behind United. Are you getting to the stage in the season now where you just can't really afford to be dropping many more points?
We are there since the start of the season, so that's how it is. It doesn't make sense to think too much about teams. They are ahead of you. The only opportunity, the only possibility to close the gap is to win games. We know that. That's why, but that's not the main reason why we feel bad after a draw. If you are the worst team, then you can be happy about a draw. But that didn't happen too often this season. I can't remember one draw where we were lucky to get it. We were always on a positive performance side, I would say. And so that doesn't feel too good then, of course. But I think no one of us, not even Manchester United, thinks too much about Man City in the moment. So they do what they do, and they play fantastic football. All what they got so far is deserved. Even the tight games, close games, they win then with a late goal. So spirit is good as well. That it's from a neutral point of view, good to see. But it's not our situation. We have to sort our own things, and that's what we are doing. And 9 days ago we were flying, and now I look in your eyes and I see obviously we have real problems. So it's like it is. The world is everything is quick in this world in a moment. So we will try again. And I saw Bournemouth playing at United, and couldn't see the biggest difference to our game against West Brom, for example. But United won it, or Bournemouth lost it. Even they had a proper performance there. It was really good how they played. Clear structure, 4-4-2, good defending, good football playing team. Big respect what they are doing there in a probably difficult situation. I saw a few games of Bournemouth this year, and I had a few really. They didn't get the points they deserved, maybe. Were unlucky in a few moments. So, but how we all know, from behind they are coming. So Bournemouth needs all the points as well, and so that will be a tough game for sure.
Juliet?
Jurgen is okay. Does he start this weekend? Back in there?
Yeah.
Michael?
Jurgen, by your own admission, the performance against West Brom was a bit flat, and maybe some of the wind had been taken out of Liverpool's sails because of the result against Everton, if not the performance. Given that you don't have much time training with the players because of the hectic schedule, what do you do to try and sort of re-inject the creative spark that you've had recently?
You can never be sure that it's still there. You always have to do as much as you can. It's not about having the time. It's about the game against West Brom. As I told the boys, it started stiff, but that doesn't mean that it has to stay like this. So that's the truth. And we always can to make this kind of new start in a game, but it didn't work. We had we had 2 or 3 good chances in the first half, in the second half, a few more, and they are enough. I always think about the performance. If we win it 1-0, it doesn't make this game one inch better. It's just the result is then massively different, and so that's clear. We didn't lose it in a week, and we don't get it in a week. It's still there. That's our responsibility. We have to deliver. We know that, and we have to play better than we did against West Brom. And but to ask and to force for in this 1 or 2 or 3 decisive moments to score instead of not scoring, that's would be silly. It's not about that. We have to come in these situations. We have to gain from minute to minute a better feeling in a game. We have to be more fluent, and you cannot force and you cannot ask for fluency. You bring yourself in this mood, and that's what didn't happen really against West Brom. But it was really since a very long time, first time. It's not that not sure if it's here the only place where we think like this. Oh, now we are back in the dark days or whatever. It's just one game. Why should I be overly concerned that from this point on we play now always like we played against West Brom? That would be exactly the same mistake when I think we play always like we played against Moscow. It's really hard work, and the boys were ready again for hard work, and West Brom did well. To be honest, it was completely different to Everton. So West Brom had their moments, had their counterattacks, had their set pieces, which were very difficult because we had not the same size than them, and so that was they deserved a close result, and at the end it's a 0-0. So and that's what they deserved. They did well. Rondon was difficult to defend, but that's only the one thing. We had, of course, the majority of time we had the ball, and we didn't as well as we did against Everton. If we would have done it again like against Everton, I'm sure we would have scored, or we would have had more chances. Not that I'm sure we would have scored, but so and that's all. That's the situation. So. We work on that. We talk about it in times like this. We talk more about it than we work on it, obviously, because we are not too often every day on the training ground, but we cannot do everyday tactical things, neither defensive tactically nor offensively. So that's how it is.
In terms of the threat that Bournemouth will pose, and you just hinted at before how impressed you've been, if you look at their performance at Old Trafford, not many teams go at Manchester United from the word go in the way that they did. Despite their inconsistency, they're very confident in possession, aren't they?
Yeah, so we know that's not too bad for us. So, but usually after latest 10 minutes, teams change against us. What they did before, because we are different to United. Obviously, we don't play the same kind of football, we don't play the same style. So that's how it is. And if we have the ball and we cause them problems, then they are all in the back. That's how it is. But they are a football playing side, and that's how I said. They have all my respect, really. They do a brilliant job there, and Eddie is really a fantastic manager, and so that will be difficult, 100%. Wow. Thank you very much.